Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to United View and welcome to our preview for Manchester United against Everton, Saturday, 12:30 UK time. Another big game for Man United, another game whereby, losing's unthinkable and, if you lost this, you'd be in big trouble and all of this stuff that we talk about. Two back-to-back losses in the Premier League, actually. Let's not forget that.
It took you long to swear in this one, didn't it?
Because I'm not going to lie, man. I'm just like, I can just envision, because I swear to God, if we don't beat these at home, I've even said it to KG on the Flex and KG show, no mitigating circumstances. I don't care. Yes, they're fighting for their lives and these teams are dangerous. And Everton, when they went to City, they just defend resolute. They low block and hit you on a counter and be physical. But if we don't beat these, mate, I swear we just may as well pack up and go home, mate.
Well, they're in poor form. They are in very poor form.
Everton
are winless in 10 Premier League games, drawn 5, lost 5. It's the longest ongoing run of any side currently in the division. That includes Sheffield United, by the way.
That's with them. They got the points back.
Exactly. Only from August to October 1994, 12 have the Toffees ever had a longer winless run, in the competition. So basically, they're saying they've never, apart from one time in the mid 1990s, they've never been this badly in form, essentially. They are well out of form. United, meanwhile, we've won all 3 of their Premier League games against Everton since the beginning of last season, while they last won 4 Premier League meetings in a row against the Toffees from November 2006 to December 2007. So United are on a very good run. Everton aren't on a good run. Everton have just won 1 of their last 30 Premier League games at Old Trafford, drawn 8, lost 21. When was that, Flex? Do you remember the last time Everton won at Old Trafford?
Yes, Brian Oviedo under Moyes.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
And Roberto
I was there
against Manchester United against David Moyes. But that's once in their last 30 Premier League games. So you would suggest, all of the records, all of the form, despite Man United losing, against City, and despite the recent game against Fulham, all the stats would suggest, Flex, great. Can't lose this game.
Can't lose.
At the same time, Fulham, when they came to Old Trafford a few weeks ago, they hadn't won there in 20 years. And they ended up winning that game 2-1, and they were right comfortable doing it. So,
to be honest, I only start getting angry and caring about them stats if you lose it and then you refer back to that.
Yeah.
Because you're right, it shouldn't really matter. Like, we just should be beating Everton at home. I don't want to hear it. I don't want no mitigating circumstances. I don't want to hear this player was missing or whatever. Like, it's just, you can't, especially after losing against Fulham in the last home game. Like, you just can't. Like, the City one, cool, we expected to lose. It is what it is. We beat Forest, cool, fair enough. That was a bit more normal performance. And, so this is, these are around where Forest are in the table. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. 1 place above Forest, 1 point above Forest. So this is the level that we looked fairly comfortable at points to get. Actually, no, that Forest was a terrible game. I forgot.
Yeah, but maybe like West
Ham.
But
we made chances, though. We made chances. We should be beating Everton at home, and if we're not, forget it. Forget everything. Clear it or change it on the spot.
Yeah, again, this is the curious stuff, though, obviously, because we know when it comes to maybe more sort of the tactics of the game, we know we're going to concede chances in this game, Flex, because only Sheffield United and West Ham have faced more shots in the Premier League this season than Manchester United. We've faced at least 20 shots in 4 of the last 5 league games. The average this season is 16.4 shots faced per game. It's the highest on record in a single campaign. That's since they started tracking these things in 2003 to 2004. Now, meanwhile, Everton, they actually have the 10th highest XG in the Premier League this season, but the 3rd lowest goal total, basically suggesting that they create a lot of chances.
They actually do.
But they can't score. When it comes to Manchester United scoring goals, Rasmus Højlund, they're saying touch and go, maybe.
Did you see that? Did you see him talking to that fan?
Yeah, when he said, "I'm not back in training at the weekend."
Might be back on the weekend. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And we're going to need him because Manchester United have scored fewer goals than any other side currently in the top half of the Premier League table this season. Their 37 goals is their fewest after 27 games since 2015, 2016, 36. That was Louis van Gaal's season where basically drew nearly every game 0-0. It felt like that season. My goodness me, that was a horror season. I remember that. While this is the latest into a top flight campaign, they have a negative goal difference, -2, since they ended the 1989 to 1990 campaign on -1. So what you've got there is a side in us that concedes a lot of chances and doesn't score many goals, and Everton who do create chances but they don't score goals. So I mean, do you expect us to have a similar situation where actually the game finishes and we go, I'll tell you what, they had quite a few shots in that game? Do you think it's just going to go basically?
I don't think we'll just smash them up. I don't think we will. I still think it'll be tightly contested. I think Everton will be, they'll be resolute. They'll be compact. Set pieces. They'll be swinging in crosses. Jack Harrison and Dwight McNeil. They know their jobs under Sean Dyche, which is get past your man. If you've got an opening, half a yard, whip it in. That's what they do. Any free kicks that are sort of in the middle third, or a little bit ahead of that into the attacking third. They're going into the box. Tarkowski's going up. Brantthwaite's going up. They've got Onana and Decore. They're big lads. Onana's massive physical presence. So we know what they're going to do. Beto's big. He's not very good, but he's big. And Calvert-Lewin, if he starts, he hasn't hit a barn door in ages. Calvert-Lewin. But again, they're not going to change the way they play. And they do create chances by playing like that. They're just not efficient at doing it. So we know what to expect from them. They ain't going to change. We just got to be ready. Ready. It's as simple as that. If you're looking at our team news, obviously at the time of recording, the presser hasn't been done yet. So we'll see what Erik ten Hag says tomorrow. But or is it? Are they going to do it today? Sometimes
I think it's going to be tomorrow. They usually on Thursday they usually do it for a Sunday, don't they? But yeah.
So we'll see what's been said, what's going to be said. But I think let's off the top of our heads, okay, Rasmus says he actually told the fan he might be back. I don't think the club, they would probably speak to him about that. Say, listen, try not to get drawn into team news. Yeah. Not tell him off badly, but because he's young and he's just driving out in the Range Rover, he's always got time for fans. You probably we'll say we'll see, because he's literally said, I'm not in training yet, but maybe might play. Which is anyway, fair play to the fan, by the way. We need to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe he comes back in. But even if he doesn't, I mean, do you stick Rashford up front for this one? Do you bring Anthony back in on the right? Do you keep the same balance and play Bruno false 9? What do you do? Because now you're at home against Everton. It's a different type of game. You will be on the front foot. You will be having chances. You will be. So what do you do? Just play Rashford through the middle then?
Well, maybe. And when it comes to the left back situation, does he go with Amrabat once again at left back? Does he go, look, actually, we couldn't do that against Man City because we didn't have a lot of the ball, but against Forest, it kind of worked because we had more of the ball and we expect to have more of the ball.
So actually, weirdly, there's a lot different about this game. About how we could see, what we've got.
I could see Amrabat being back at left back. I really
However,
could. Because...
I know because he came on and made that mistake though. Do you think he might just keep him out of it? Or it's like, different game, fresh game, I trust you. Because the trust's not really there in Amrabat like that.
I just think he might just think, you know what, like Everton are going to, we know what Everton are going to do. They'll get behind the ball and they'll go long. Jordan Pickford, there's a weird stat I don't have in front of me, but it's like Jordan Pickford has the most passes into the box this season or something ridiculous.
Yeah, because he just fucking launches it.
He just puts it in the box every single time. So we know what they're going to do. So he might think, I'll just go with.
But then defensively, winning some
duels. But then he might go, I'll get Lindelof because I need some height in the box.
I think he'll play Lindelof. I think after that mistake as well, I just think he'll play Lindelof. I think he'll go with the steady.
Same back four then, basically. Dalot, Evans, Varane, Lindelof, midfield. You're looking at Kobe, Casemiro.
But Evans come off injured though, didn't he?
Well,
Maguire's back.
He said with Evans that he sort of fought to be part of the game. So it's just a case of whether or not he's
How long could he last?
Yeah, exactly. And look, if he's not available, then it is Lindelof centre back and it's Amrabat left back. Got no choice.
Well, Maguire could be back.
Possibly, he could be ready.
He's been out a while now. Surely he should be nearly ready.
Yeah. So then Casemiro, Kobe midfield, Bruno back in the 10. I don't think we're going to see that different kind of shape that we saw against City.
At home to Everton, no.
Yeah.
I think he'll go Rashford up front, Garnacho on the left. I think he'll bring back in.
Yeah, well, it just depends, like I said, whether or not Rasmus is back. If Rasmus is back, then the front three goes back to what it was, which was doing well and scoring goals. If not, then it'll probably be Rashford through the middle, Garnacho on the left, and on the right, You would think he would go Anthony, but at this point, who knows? I mean, he's been chopping and changing quite a bit, so who knows?
Yeah. There you go. Get your predictions in. Let us know what you're thinking about the team lineup. Owen, prediction?
I'm going to go with a 2-1 to Manchester United.
I'm going to be a little bit optimistic because I've been really down, so I'm just going to say 2-0. 2-0 United. 2-0 United, I'm going to go. Let us know what you think. Clean sheet settings. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think we're going to win? We better win. What happens if we don't? How do you feel then? Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we better get it done. And I'm sure we will. Well, I'm not sure, actually. I hope we will. Take care, guys. See you on another preview soon. Peace.